We can take
Natural
it.
20. I have destroyed everything and anything in my path.
All
and
society, only I remain.
I want to do an intelligence win check. I roll 3d6 and I drop the lowest.
Well, what's your win modifier?
Really good. I got a 6.
Oh, okay.
Did I win?
All right.
You
Okay.
won
No, you didn't.
half.
Oh, God
You
damn
won
it.
half of them.
Oh.
Apparently, a 6 is like the lowest skill check difficulty, like level.
Well,
Yeah, so. And winning the entire game requires a little bit more than that. And welcome back to the 7th Star to the Right podcast.
we're recording?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we're
we started
recording. We're already recording.
I'm
It was
David. I
going.
play Alex.
Welcome to session 17. How are you guys doing?
Great.
It's very
Good.
warm outside.
It is.
It's about where I am right now.
It's definitely summer.
Oh no, we dated the podcast.
Oh
crap,
no.
not again.
Seasons. Oh.
It is summer 2019. Oh, I can't wait until 2020.
It's going to be so
I have
great.
so many plans.
All the plans, yeah.
Going on a cruise.
I'm going to get married.
So you are.
Any minute now.
Oh God.
Sorry.
You're making it too real, Kristen.
Cross the line.
Let's go to space.
Yeah.
No, we just got back from space.
You
We
did,
can't go to
guys.
Space.
Which
That'd be really weird if we just landed,
That's
we
true.
paid some stuff, we checked in, and then we just turned around and hauled
Like,
ass.
hey, newsflash. All right, bye.
yeah, that's a great segue. What do you guys remember from last session?
The McRaven is back.
The McRaven is in custody.
Arrested. Gone. The McRaven is gone. The McRaven is arrested. The McRaven is not approved by the FDA. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. We got to Orisiame, and we heard about that.
Okay. Yeah.
We attempted to teach Claire to shoot. She was not very good at it. Also, she's very good at making people not know where pens come from.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a very
yeah.
specific power, but very useful.
I think it's called suppressed cognition or something like that,
Yes,
where
yes.
basically she can force a
People
person to like
notice
not
you.
notice or think about a thing.
Very distressing.
Yeah.
Is that what
It
happens?
would be
to me?
fantastic for stealth.
Yeah.
You're like,
If
don't
you-
look at me. Don't look at me.
If you
And the
guys want
best
to
part
utilize it.
is like if it goes back and like kind of rewrites the past, right? Like he was handed a pen. He's like, Micah was handed a pen. She was like, I've got a pen. And then it suppressed and didn't know the pen was there. You could like walk into the room, be like, hello all, and then suppress things and just be like, now I'm gone.
No, I feel
There's
like
just a random person saying hello to people.
Yeah, you know.
No
I
one to
feel
really
like,
worry about.
Before Claire went up to Micah, there were multiple times where Alex like walked into the kitchen and was just like, what the fuck was I going to do? Am I thirsty?
And then just left.
and just walked away.
Yeah.
His like car keys are on the table or something.
Yeah.
Let's
I
hope that
think-
doesn't cause permanent brain damage or anything.
Yeah,
That might
if
be
this
fair.
has been developed a little bit more, it might have been fun to attempt to use that to like get a weapon in, but
Wow.
whatever.
Well,
Maybe we'll get there. All right.
So some additional things that I remember. Claire's cut her hair.
yes,
She used
very
to have
important.
a fairly long hair, and now
We
she's
rolled
got.
for haircut.
Micah went. I think Micah
I-
was the one who gave her the haircut.
I
got
did a
it.
passable job.
And you did. Yeah, it was. We made you roll for it, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
it was
Considering you were
fine.
going to do a bob, like Micah with no experience.
Yeah. Just very confident. Like, I
Yeah.
can cut hair
Um,
probably.
Like character-
Micah, also, when you guys were going to Orisiame, you sent a message to your group, to your cell, saying,
Yes.
"Hey, we're going to be stopping by," and you didn't get any response as well.
It's probably
Um,
fine.
Always a
You
good sign.
Obviously, with the McRaven back in jail, it's maybe that means something has happened to the rest of your group as well. You guys ended in sort of like going through security. I think you each have you're each riding duels on the hover bikes.
Yes.
I think Claire is
Yes.
with Nona because Nona's
Yeah,
the
'cause
best
Nona can
driver.
drive.
I am
And you
entrusted with the child.
you guys were just getting checked out. You have like merchant visas, and there was that whole spiel on the news where a Cassian general by the name of Hunter Cayne had an assassination attempt against him, and the person was in custody. Name of Vaughn McRaven. So Vaughn.
Strong names.
Yeah.
Hunter Cayne.
Hunter
Vaughn
Cayne.
McRaven.
You can tell these people just picked their own names when they turned like 13, and then when they grew up, it was too much of a pain in the ass to change it back.
You can tell that their families have had a feud since like the Wild West days. The Canes and the McRavens, you know.
And that's where we leave it. You guys, you weren't really stopped by security. It was just sort of that, like, I gotta go through this stuff. But you weren't stopped anywhere. And as you guys were on your way out, you just overheard like this news report bulletin. Yep. Anything immediately that you guys are going to talk about right then?
Well, as I might have expressed at the end of last time, gonna say fuck.
Micah, straighten up. You're speeding up. Fuck.
All right. I mean, we're still going to the same place. We still gotta just see what happened, find the crew. Hopefully they're still there.
Yeah.
God damn it. How did he get got like that?
Get got.
How did who get got?
Is it I know Vaughn. He's kind of one of my people.
The people going to see?
Yeah, they're good folks. It's the fucking media. Don't listen to everything you hear on TV. All right.
Okay, you're the driver of the very fast moving vehicle. Very good.
This is not great.
So I take it you guys continue on your way.
Yep.
So let me describe the city of Brees a little bit to you. To remind you guys as well, Orisiame has very strange just terraforming that was associated with it. It is an extremely mountainous region, so much so that it is sometimes very difficult to build above ground because it's just hard to build on mountains. Brees is a little bit easier. It is in the middle of a plateau almost. So what you guys come out to see is going out into the distance is effectively a river on either side of you. And this is like, they're far off, but the entire slope of Brees is a little bit down into like where these rivers are. So these rivers on either side come in and then meet in the middle and then go off to the end, just into the horizon. So Brees is kind of a triangle almost, with the point of it being on the lower end. And you can see like different structures sort of dotting the landscape, a lot of skyscrapers and stuff like that. But for the people who've been on Orisiame before and are aware of just sort of how Orisiame is built, because it is very mountainous, Orisiamian? What is this?
Ursine.
I had this at one time.
Or Simeon.
Or Simeon? Or
Sure.
Simeon.
We're all monkeys here.
Yeah, we're all monkeys here. Or Simeon
Speak
architects
for yourself.
realized that it was difficult and expensive to build above ground. So a lot of the cities are actually also below ground because also the just the soil and the mountainous region itself is very good at being able to be born into without having too many mine collapses and
Not too many.
tunnel collapses. Not too many.
Everyone
They
just
do
a little.
occasionally happen, but so people who are familiar with Orisiame would know that the people who tend to be above ground are the wealthier because they get the sunlight and all of that, where everyone else sort of ends up in the
For the angsty
the
teenagers
tunnels
and
and below ground.
Get out of my room.
So because of this, you guys are going to be heading below ground. That is where your hideout was. As you immediately leave this airport, you see a big commotion of people. There is just a lot of civilians just sort of out and about, and they're all looking towards the other end of the street, where you see several large men or soldiers standing in front of a house. And it appears a couple of other men are harassing some people behind them. And you just hear people like yelling from this civilian crowd, like, "Brainy, go back to where you came from. Yeah, WizKid, get out of here." Just throwing these psychic slurs over into the group over there.
nerds.
So It's
Fred
just a
Savage
commotion, and you can see that the people who are sort of the target of this harassment from these soldiers. And Micah, you'd be familiar that these are not police officers. They are fully decked out in combat gear. These are silence operatives, so effectively army militia, under direct control of the sort of children of silence themselves. And they're harassing and pulling apart a young woman and a small child. And so this is not something that it would be unfamiliar to you.
Yeah, no, you see this shit all the time. This is why we do what we do. If we fight them here now, they're just going to bring more people. It's not worth it. We've got to attack the problem at the source. Dealing with this kind of shit here, it's not going to help. We're just going to get arrested. Let's go.
Okay, can we start the motorcycle again, please?
Yeah.
Can you guys make a wisdom notice check for me, please?
I roll 3d6.
I know you're not good
Take
at
the
this,
lowest.
Kirsten.
It's such an important role, and none of us is amazing.
And you know what?
I
Actually,
take
no.
3d6.
You're amazing.
And drop the lowest.
You're
You know what?
in.
Claire is also going to make a wisdom notice check. I have her sheet.
I got a 5.
I got a 2.
Oh yeah.
A 5 and a 2.
Still
And an
noticing
8.
stuff.
Okay.
Trying to ignore the harassment thing, but it's got me kind of distracted and heated all the same.
Yeah, that's
And
completely
I'm just
understandable.
Bad at things.
Oh, jeez. Claire's good at noticing things. She got a 13.
Good job, Claire.
So Claire and Alex, not being the drivers, allow you guys to look around a little bit more. And one of the things that you both notice, but you don't necessarily communicate because you're on different bikes, is there appear to be 2 different types of silence operatives. There seem to be generally regular sized people, just in combat gear, but there also appear to be a group of them that appear to be higher rank, but also just tend to stand taller, almost a head taller than normal people, and just are bigger. Claire would be aware that Ursum are not allowed in the silence operatives military, so they can't be Ursum people who are cloaked. Also, these militia members, you can't see their face. They're wearing effectively those complete full mask shield, full evil people,
Yeah,
where you
totally,
can't see their
totally.
face at all.
Not
They're completely veiled from their face, so you can't quite see them. But there appear to be just a couple of Goliath sized members of this silence operative group. So you guys continue on your way, and you start heading down into the lower levels of Brees. One of the nice things about how everything is set up is, even though it is underground, it is still fairly well vented. It is still, at least the upper parts of it, have these sun channels dug into the ground and effectively light up with the sun itself. They're mirror channels and stuff like that to keep things, fairly light underground. But it is darker than being up above ground. And things just slowly get more and more cramped, even though this is a road that you guys are going on. Just things get more congested, more people around. Micah, you probably realize you wouldn't take a full car down here to where you're going, just because it would take forever to go anywhere. People start just walking across the street, and it's a lot slower going. And eventually you make your way until you're around where your hideout is. It is fairly low light. There are just tunnels going every which way, and it's a fairly busy area. So you just see a bunch of people going every which way. I assume you guys park right in front of the hideout. There is some spots to sort of pull over on these tunnels.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the hideout to have a parking lot.
It's more like you
It's
park.
nice. It's good real estate. No, for sure.
You just sort of park over to the side, and no one's really going to tow it. But
Oh, it's a good thing
you're
it's a Sunday.
effectively parking.
It's,
Yeah, you're effectively parking on the sidewalk. But it's just the rules are a little bit laxer. The deeper underneath the ground you go. Can you all again roll a wisdom notice check for me, please?
Never.
7.
7.
9. Bam, I looked at stuff.
Claire also got a 7. Nona, you are the one to notice this one. There are fairly few people just sort of walking around. None of them seem to pay you guys any mind. It just seems to be another day for them. Farther down the tunnel, you just see, you get a glance of something. You don't necessarily even know what it is, but you get a glance of something looking directly at you guys and then turning the corner and leaving.
Cool. I'm going to elect to say nothing. 'Cause that doesn't seem important to me.
Okay.
Right. So is there a secret knock that we need to know, or?
I'm gonna go up to the door.
So the door is kind of inset within the tunnel. It's not directly within the tunnel. So you walk into another sort of alcove and then go off to the side. So you go this way, and from the main tunnel, you couldn't necessarily see this before, but it does not appear that the door is closed. It seems to be cracked open, and additionally, it has police tape over the front of it.
Oh, you know, there's supposed to be a secret knock.
Okay, well then we should not dally in front of the raided hideout for very long.
I'm gonna
Crime scene.
poke my head in and see if there's still like cops in there or anybody in there.
Can you do a quick wisdom notice check for me, please?
Sure, I guess. 6.
Nope. You don't see anyone in there. There doesn't appear to be any lights on. It's very dark in there. Only the main tunnels are sort of lit by this natural light, whereas the quarters that people sort of buy and purchase tend to have to be powered by electricity. But all the lights are off. I mean, so you can't quite see anything in there, but it doesn't appear to be that there's anyone in there.
Oh boy, they found the hideout. Okay. Fuck. Okay. I would like to try and place a call to ISIS.
Okay. ISIS is a person that he knows. That she knows. Just to quickly explain some things away.
Who is the head?
It's a very pretty name, I'll have you know.
Coincidentally, also the name of the organization.
Why should I change my name? They're the ones that suck.
Okay, can we take this call away from the police tape? Sorry, it just gets me nervous. I feel like anybody could be watching and letting us know that we're. I mean,
I think at least
Fine,
one person
fine.
over there is. That
What?
helps.
What?
Watching, right?
I looked down that
Did you
way.
see something, Nona?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, there's people.
All right.
looking
Yeah.
at this.
Let's go. You're right. We shouldn't stay here.
Before we get too far away, I take a peek in. Is it like blasted? Are there scorch marks around? Is everything kind of? I'm not going too deep in, but whatever
You
lobby
just-
kind of.
A quick cursory check.
Yeah.
Could you do a wisdom notice check for me as well?
Yeah. 8.
So you notice a little bit more than Micah did. The lights are definitely off, but there is a little bit of dim light coming from behind you into the room itself. You look over and things appear to be a little bit in disarray. One of the things that you notice is there did appear to be some packs that have just sort of been thrown to the floor. You do see some scorch marks, but it's not a war zone. It appears to have been fought in recently.
Packs being like laser ammo.
Packs is in like backpacks.
Backpacks.
With things sort of fallen over and strewn out.
Okay. Well. Okay. So very quickly, 1, we can leave. 2, we're just people down here in the slums, and police tape doesn't really matter to us very much. So we came and we looked around. And we might get taken downtown, especially if somebody saw us. No, that was a person. Yeah,
I think so.
like a person with a gun,
I don't.
Kind
I
of
didn't
person?
see a gun.
person with a knife.
No, they just started sauce and then went that way.
Okay.
Is this,
Which way?
do you really not like people looking at you?
No, most of the time, absolutely not. But especially when
I'm
I'm when I'm in front of like a police tape situation, I don't like it. Micah?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can just start walking down the street. I guess I'm gonna try and place this call.
Okay. So are you leaving your hover bikes there in front? Are you driving away from this location?
I think if we're relocating, we should
We
also
should
take
probably-
the hover bikes with us.
Yeah, we should take the
Yeah,
bikes.
good call.
And
All right, fair.
just where are you guys trying to? Are you trying to make this call as you guys are driving? Because like Micah, I think you're the one driving.
You can
Yeah.
also like walk the bikes, can't you?
You
Just be,
can
like, moving
if you
and
want to. Yeah.
walk.
I'll hold the phone up to Micah's ear if that helps.
I just like head in the direction of like a nearby shady bar or something.
Okay. So you are aware of a bar that is known as. Let me look at my
Notes.
look at my notes.
The easy breezy.
Yeah, no, actually, I do like that one though. I might write that one down and use it later. This one is the Rusty Lantern,
Mm.
which I also like, but
That's
for
good.
different
Solid.
reasons.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a walk, but you know the proprietor, Isabel.
Okay.
She has an
Everyone
So
has
island for
names.
you make your way
Mhm.
that way, and you try and place this call to ISIS.
To ISIS, yes.
Yeah. You it's going, and no one ever picks up. It just appears to be either dead or whoever is on the other side is not picking up for whatever reason.
Okay. We're gonna go into the bar. I'm not going to elaborate on that.
Okay, cool.
I am stressed.
Can we lock hover bikes?
Boop, boop.
There we go.
Not really. I mean, you guys effectively have the keys
Yeah.
that will make them go, but that doesn't necessarily prevent people from trying to like hotwire them or something if they have a high enough like program or something like
I
that.
can wait out here. I'm fine with that. I'm not particularly interested in bars.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Claire, quick question for you. How is your telepathy? If we're in the bar and you guys see something, would you be able to tell us that something's out here? Me and Micah.
Right now I need tactile contact in order to sort of transmit my own thoughts. I've been working about trying to throw it because I can do that with that other thing that I do.
Yeah,
Eventually, but not right now.
got it. That's fine. Great. Either way, stay here with Nonna, and Mike and I will go in there. First sign of something weird, call on the compad.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nonna, you keep her safe. Yeah? Yeah, good. Okay.
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 So you're leaving Claire and Nona outside just to sort of keep watch of the bikes, and also just to, I assume, just generally keep watch for any like
Any of the military or police militia activity, like anything. It's up to Nona and it's up to
Yeah.
Claire, Obby, because we're leaving. But as soon as we're like through the door, I'm like, Micah, was that a good idea? I don't know. She said it. And, Claire said that she wanted to like be more help and she wanted to take an active part and stuff. And so this is kind of more of an active part. But is that really like a good thing?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm wide awake. I am wide awake. This is-
Alex, really don't need to be wearing this.
right. Yeah. No, I'll worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I can do
Okay,
that. I
good.
can
You
do this
handle
part.
that. I'll handle worrying about the.
Oh, I'm being
the
stared
others.
at.
Going
People
to-
are staring at me. Hello.
what were you gonna say?
I
Nona?
was going to hold up. Give me a second. Oh yes, I'm going to do my best impression of Grog from episode 1,
I
2,
see.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
I'm a bouncer now.
All right. Yeah,
Fair
I can
mate.
see that.
If anyone has a knife, I will come and take care of them.
hmm
Person with the knife.
So you guys go
Can I
through.
get you some soup?
You guys go through what are these effectively saloon doors that just sort of swing open, and the inside, Micah, you're familiar with this place. It's not the nicest location. It's not trying to be. In fact, the Rusty Lantern kind of gives you an idea of sort of just the general feel of this place.
How tough are you?
Cereal of nails.
Without any milk.
Oh no. It's not the nicest location. It doesn't have the nicest group of people, but it's away from prying eyes, and it's a little bit of a hole in the wall. So you have a couple of tables. You see a couple of regulars in there. They all say, "Hey, Micah," and stuff like that, and then go back to drinking whatever they're drinking. Are you trying to talk to specifically the proprietor?
If I see Isabel around, yeah.
So Isabel is standing behind the bar, sort of, doing that thing that bartenders do, wiping down the counter and all of that. And Alex, the person that you see in front of you, is a woman with sharp and pointed features. She has her dark brown hair in a high ponytail. And also woven throughout her hair are these extensions that seem to like glow and fade between these different colors. And they match similar lights that are on the frills and accents of her outfit and her vest and bow tie.
Alex is staring.
Yeah,
At the lights.
she is a little bit ostentatious when it comes to that sort of presentation. And she sees you coming up and says, "Oh, Micah. Nice of you to drop by."
Hey, can we get a pint each?
Yep, that'll be a credit each.
Oh. Yeah.
Great.
And she pours you guys a couple of pints of your regular and just sort of puts them down on the table.
Robo Sam Adams.
Yeah, Robo Sam Adams.
Yeah, that's the only thing I drink, right? Might have noticed I've been out of town for a little bit. Haven't been around so much lately.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like maybe some stuff has happened around here since then. You know anything about any of that?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Because I just got here.
Well, so a couple nights back, there was a bit of a raid down there at your old place, it seems.
Kind of figured, yeah, from the police tape.
I think they got your friends. I don't know how many, but I saw 3 people get carted off. Or was it 4?
Okay.
I'm not sure. It was a couple. I'm worried about them. They're good customers. Do you want me to try and ask around and see what may have happened?
Yeah. Hey, listen. If you hear anything, yeah, definitely let me know. Do you know? I mean, who it was who went in? Do you hear anything about that? Just like the regular cops.
It was silence operatives.
Yeah. No shit. Of course. Okay.
Got a couple of big guys with them too.
Yeah. Hate those guys.
I'll talk to some people, see if I can get to you guys. Just have some drinks and I'll ask around. All right.
All right. I'll slip her 10 credits for the trouble.
All right. And
That's a lot of credits.
You guys have 50,000 in your account now.
It's Alex. It has not registered for Alex.
And she gives you guys a
money to
nod
spend
and
then.
starts, going off and talking to patrons.
No. She was
I need
definitely
you to
high,
roll a wisdom notice check.
Oh, hell yeah.
It sounded like it.
Come on, wisdom notice. Let's do it.
You're lucky you have Claire with you.
I know. I'm so excited. 5 again.
She just got another 13.
Jesus Christ, Claire.
We're teaming up. The maximum characters score the win. Teamwork.
So what was that again?
5.
Okay, so you don't notice anything. Claire notices something, and she gives you a little tug on your shirt and sort of points out. And there appears to be some person walking towards you guys. You recognize this as, you think it might be the figure that saw you before.
Sure.
And they just appear to be walking towards you guys, but not really looking at you. It looks like they're trying to head into the bar itself. What do you do?
The plan was not telepathy. The plan was calling, right? Do you guys have a phone? Did you ever end up getting a phone back?
My Meditool got fried. I think my compad was still okay.
My compad got fried for sure in the EMP.
I mean, I remember you going back and asking.
I can double
I
check.
meant to specifically ask for Claire's phone, but Alex is currently on drugs.
I think.
No.
Well, actually, yeah, I only have a data slab technically, which is kind of heavier.
I'll send an email.
We'll say Claire gave you her phone,
Fire,
her
fire.
compad.
Ah.
Because you need to make that call to ISIS anyway.
True.
Oh yeah, right. Gotta call up ISIS.
Hoist up my laptop on
So
Skype.
you guys effectively have 2 compads right
Cool.
now. One with Nona, the other one with Micah.
Hooray.
got it.
Okay.
Is texting thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna text.
Okay. And at the bar, I assume
Be
you
like, person
Are you-
entering is
actually,
the person I saw before.
roll a wisdom notice check
Oh,
for text notification.
I always miss the buzz in my pocket, so honestly, that's fair. I got a 7.
All right. You notice that there's a
Thank
buzz in your
God.
pocket. Nona, what does the message say?
It says person entering bar, same person that saw us before. Stop.
All right. I'm gonna grab Alex and pull us back to our little corner table.
My beer.
No.
Take the beer.
I'm sorry, I don't even like beer.
You spill a little bit of beer.
No. Roll for not spilling beer. Incredibly important.
That was a quarter of a credit.
So, what is the purpose of trying to move into this corner? Are you just trying to be like inconspicuous? Are you trying to eventually get out? Like, what is the purpose?
Mainly inconspicuous. If we also have like an easier avenue out the front door, if they like walk in, then that's a bonus. But mostly just not to be seen.
Okay, so you're gonna go kind of like up against the outer wall in the corner, so that if they do like walk in, you can kind of maybe slip out behind them.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys move. You maybe take your drinks with you or not. I don't know.
We've got 2 hands.
And
They're both wrapped around.
and as you're looking for seeing who comes in the door, this guy just passes right by you and Claire, Nona, and you see Micah, a person walk through the door. It is a slender, olive-skinned person. They wear a tight-fitting but breathable clothes that show off 2 ornate dragon tattoos, one on either arm. One is blue with black accents. The other one is red with gold accents that wrap around their arms and meet on either side of their neck.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
And
God.
Micah, you recognize this person as Zuri Kennett.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I know who that
You
is.
have to look up this person's
know.
name from your backstory.
Yes, they're
That's why I only have one person in my backstory.
a very
I always say
close
their
friend of
full
mine.
name
I
as
know-
much as possible.
I know this is definitely staying in the cut, so here's a joke.
Can I have you both roll another wisdom notice check? Yep.
all right.
Right.
Because Alex, you also noticed this person.
I mean, one
6.
would hope you would notice this person
5.
right there.
They come in and just start looking around. Micah, you notice, because you're familiar with this person, they seem to be holding themselves a little bit differently, maybe limping or something. You can't quite tell.
Okay, I'm gonna do a loud whisper over Zuri. Zuri.
They look around and look directly at you and says, Micah, oh, thank God. And as they make their way over to you guys, you can tell that they're wounded somehow. You're not entirely sure where, but they appear to be in pain. And they sit at the table that you guys are at and says, I'm glad I was able to find you. I saw you get up to the hideout. We're in deep shit, man.
I hand them Alex's beer.
Yeah.
Rude.
And
That was a
they take a nice deep swig and it's just are panting. They after the whole news about Vaughn broke in Korstia, I was watching out, because that's what I do. I watch out, and silence operatives, man, they just started swarming the area. We tried to get out, pack up stuff, but they were on us before we were able to get out. And they take another big swig from the drink, nearly finishing it, and take some more deep breaths. You're all right with medical assistance, right?
Yeah, I've always been all right. Honestly, my buddy Alex here is a little better equipped than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you look like you could use some help.
And they pull up their shirt to reveal what appears to be a gunshot wound in their abdomen. It has been cleaned up and hastily sewn together, but it appears maybe some of the sutures have been pulled, and it's starting to bleed a little bit again. And they say, I don't think they're going to be back at the hideout, and I can't think of another place to lie low for a little bit. We can maybe try and just keep the lights down, hide off in the back, and then, well, you do what you do.
Who'd they get? Everyone else?
Everyone else.
Mother-
They knocked me out and didn't know I can teleport. And that's how I got out, but they got me good before I got out.
Glad you're still mostly in one piece there. Christ, how did they find? Wait, Vaughn would never talk. How the fuck did they find us? Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. We can try and head back if they think that. We're not going to go back there. It's a good place to be.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll follow you.
Good. We can finish the drinks. Catch eyes with Isabella on the way out. Make sure she knows that we still got that thing going on when she has a little more time. And yeah, head out and reconnect with Nona and Claire.
So, Alex, you're just sort of watching all of this, and probably help them out as well, because it seems like they're declining as time goes off. Like they seem to be fading in and out of it a little bit.
Yeah. Alex spent some time. I mean, once we're outside of prying eyes, find a quiet place. It's kind of the idea. Is that cool? If there's like a quiet place.
Yeah, I think
away from everything, please.
Yeah, Zara seems to think that we're going to be safe going back to the hideout. I don't know where else we'd go. So,
okay,
so yeah, we're going to head there.
For sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nona and Claire, you guys see Micah and Alex exit with this person that you saw come in, and I assume you guys talk it over.
Hey, it's the guy.
Explain the situation.
It's that guy that I told you about.
Hey, I did good.
Yeah.
Did I help?
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome. I am an amazing bouncer, you guys.
Good call, Nona.
And you guys make your way back to the hideout. Sort of Zuri leads the charge and just goes underneath the tape, trying to be careful not to like rip it down or anything like that. And as you guys enter, you see a little bit more of what Alex saw. There appears to have been a fight here. There are tables sort of flipped over. You see scorch marks of laser pistols, as well as what appears to be like just regular small arms fire from conventional weapons. And it's you're familiar with this hideout. There's sort of like an open area, and then there's a back room, and then a couple of sides off to the side for cots and stuff like that. Fairly modest living area. You guys take Zuri to the back there, so a little bit farther away from prying eyes. You can maybe turn up a low light without it sort of bleeding out into the front. And Alex, what do you do? I assume you're the one taking care of them.
Yeah. So moving pretty slowly at the gunshot wound, just kind of looking at it, making sure that it's a ballistic thing, like a bullet.
Yeah, this was conventional fire, and it appears to have gone in and out.
In and out. Okay, that's good. And it had some kind of treatment. Does it look like, obviously if he's not treated, it's gonna end poorly, but is it like a psionics kind of situation, or can I do like a med kit thing? Is kind of my.
Oh, you're saying like, is he going to pass?
Is he going to die if he doesn't get like immediate magical aid?
No,
or can I do like
they seem to be like they're holding on. They're obviously not doing well. It's a similar scenario that Fu was in on the Glazov 5 station, where You could use just regular old medical assistants and be able to save them just fine. Obviously, biopsionics would do it faster, but you're under no sort of time pressure against them expiring in the next couple of minutes. But if this went untreated for probably a half a day or a day, they probably would have passed away.
All right. I bust out the med kit.
Okay. Can you make a quick intelligence heal check for me, please?
Yes. I normally roll 3d6 and drop the lowest dice.
This is kind of conventional stuff. Can I assist him?
Yeah, sure.
We're in the hideout location.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 9.
Okay.
So that was intelligence heal.
Yep.
That's 8 for me.
Okay. So with Micah assisting you, Alex, you're able to patch things up. You're able to make a better suture around the bullet itself, clean it out, make sure it's not infected. And you feel pretty good about them not losing any more blood, but they really shouldn't be doing anything strenuous for the next couple of days while that heals up.
All right. Alex breathes a sigh of relief and like backs away. And is like, I really wish I had that beer. Okay.
Zuri sits up and winces at the shot in their side and says, oh, man, didn't think it'd all go wrong so fast. How are you doing on your thing, Micah?
Well, I got some good intel for us. I was going to touch base with Vaughn and kind of see where we go from there, but obviously that plan kind of didn't pan out. I sent a message as we were coming in that we had a new recruit. I'll turn to Claire and assure her, like, this place normally looks a little bit better than this. Sorry for the mess.
She says, it's okay. And
yeah, this is Claire. Claire Zuri. Zuri Claire.
And he raises up his arm, forgetting that it hurts. They say, nice to meet you, Claire. I'm a teleporter. I jump from place to place pretty damn quickly. And you? Telepathy. And he says, you'll fit right in. Oh.
Yeah, she's a good kid. We've been teaching her some of the basics on the flight over.
Okay. So, trying to get you up to speed. Couple days before Vaughn even thought about going to Korstia, I got some intelligence. Was out watching Silence Operatives movement, but noticed there were some particular areas of interest. Looked into those areas of interest a little bit more and cross-referenced the soldiers that were stationed there with what we're aware of what the Silence Operatives have. There's some second group helping out the Silence Operatives because they weren't anywhere on that list. My best guess is Cass for some reason, probably resources from Orisiame, but there's some extra group out here helping out the Silence. I come back and I talk to Vaughn about this, and then the next day he gets a letter, and you see Zuri start like looking around, and he hops off the table and is limping over and goes over into this desk drawer and is just rummaging through it. And he pulls out a very, very small, very terse letter and hands it to you, Micah. And I am stalling because I need to find where this stupid letter is. It's very easy. There it is.
That's what you get for actually writing stuff.
Cutting it
Bullshit
in.
more.
I just need to have it all up in my head, right?
It's
Yeah.
right there, Jeff. Zuri's holding it. Just grab it.
Can't you see? It's
Read it.
And they hand it to you. And
All right.
Micah, you read it. And it says, meet in Jade, Korstia. Dorian Gray will find you.
Doreen Gray?
Dorian.
Dorian.
Gray.
Oh,
Just
just
straight
actually.
up. Let's
Just
like
straight up
Whole ass
Dorian
Dorian
Gray.
It's not
Gray.
even like a gender.
I
Like,
see.
Not even gender bent. Just
right.
Dorian Gray.
Mm.
All right.
But you notice.
Well, I know his weakness. It's
But Micah, you notice one other thing.
Okay.
So all of that is written in very normal, legible writing. Beneath it, you see, you can't quite put your finger on what it is. When you try and read it, it just looks like scribbles. But there is an itch in the back of your mind about just sort of what these scribbles are. And the more you focus on it, the bigger that itch sort of comes and goes. And then when you look away, it's almost as if like there wasn't anything else on that paper. So you really only like notice it when you're looking directly at it. And there's this weird itch.
Can I try and examine the letters or whatever it is more closely?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Is it a silence thing, like a Doctor Who silence, not like a this thing silence, like a look away and completely forget about it? Or is it like look away, look back at the thing, or look away and kind of remember that there's something on the paper?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more of that. There isn't a complete and utter wiping of the memory. You do, like, there's a vague recollection of there's something else on that paper. There's something else I'm supposed to read there.
But you can't tell if it's like letters or just like a stain or something.
Yeah, you can't tell. It's just the more you try and focus on it, the bigger that itch starts.
Yeah,
to feel.
I'm gonna try and focus on it.
Can
Okay.
I read it?
One moment. Can I get a what is the best way to do this?
I swear to God, if you say wisdom notice check, I will
Yeah.
end you.
A Constitution notice check.
I want you to roll
Intelligence exert.
Intelligence exert is really solid. Wisdom exert.
Yeah, let's do intelligence exert. I don't know. Exert is like more like physical.
But it's intelligence.
I want intelligence notice.
Strain with your
Int-
brain
all right,
really
fine.
hard.
I mean,
I'll take it.
is wisdom notice is effectively
Strength
perception
training.
check. So
The stress training
It's
is
very-
80% mental.
So intelligence notice, I got a 9.
Nice.
so you're really straining on this, and that itch just it grows and grows and grows, almost to the point where you need to stop focusing on it to like get that itch from stopping, because it gets to the point where it is bothersome. Like your body's like, no, stop it. And that's really all you get from it. And Zuri notices this and is like, yeah, I don't know what that's about. But
You felt that too?
yeah, Vaughn felt it too. And he didn't trust it, so he didn't do anything about it. But then he gets, one of his like precognitive dreams and stuff like that. But it's weird because, he deals a lot more with like knowing what you're about to do next, not like what's going to be happening 2 or 3 weeks down the line. But he comes back and he wakes up and he says he had a dream that he was going to meet with some Cassian general, and that he was going to break this whole silence thing just wide open, and then decided he was going to go to Korstia. And we didn't want him to, but he just said, no, this is what I need to do, and went.
So that's where the shit on the news came from.
Then
He
that
just-
whole shit went down,
know.
and then they just came swarming for us.
So he went to speak to General Cayne or to...
That's not really what we do here.
I mean,
Oh, it's not.
no. Sometimes, but only military targets.
But only like really cool one-liners. So I wasn't in character. It came out in accent, but it wasn't in character.
It's the drug stocking.
No, no. We try and avoid violence whenever possible, but there are times when violence is necessary. But we don't assassinate people. I think he was trying to meet with someone. I don't know who Dorian Gray is, or if this was the Hunter Cayne that he was supposed to meet with, but he went out and then all of this happened.
Yeah, it's not easy to get a meeting with a general, I suppose. What's on the letter? That's...
Can I read the thing?
Yeah, so Mike, I assume you show this letter to...
Yeah. I mean, Nona seems like a good person to give it to for sure.
Does it say words?
Give it a try.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
in binary.
So
Yes.
Alex, you look at it, and the same thing that Zuri and Micah are talking about
Oh, weird.
appears to happen to you.
Oh, brain.
But Kirsten, no, and sorry, I should say Nona. You
They're
look
the
at it
same.
and you see something. I need to figure out a way to do this very specifically. So I'm going to write something down on a piece of paper. I shouldn't be ripping that. I need that.
We've
Would
got
you wanna-
secrets.
You want to write it on the back of one of these things?
No, because
You're gonna keep
I
that.
already
What if
printed
you,
that out.
What if you whispered, Jeff?
no.
You
Are
could
we
text
passing
her.
notes?
We're passing notes.
Yeah.
Passing
it,
notes
Jeff.
in class.
Wow, rude.
Bastard.
All right. No one look at this other than Kirsten.
Okay.
Today's
am I-
episode brought to you by Post-its. Post-its.
Write your secret shit here.
Post-its. Have
Nona-
you ever wanted to leave passive-aggressive things
Nona, you see
everywhere?
you see what is written right there. Now, you notice this and you're like,
Yes.
oh, guys,
It's this word. Yeah.
You try and say the word that I just wrote down on that, and the same thing, but rather than written on paper, happens with her words. It just appears to be garbled nonsense.
Like we can't
Fantastic.
perceive it.
Brain.
Well, you can perceive it, but it doesn't
Process
sound
it.
like anything.
Yeah.
Is
Sounds
there like
awfully
a?
familiar, Jeffrey.
Can I roll like a no check to see if there's like a magic bullshit answer to this? To what's happening? Psionic stuff?
Yeah, you guys can roll an intelligence no check if you want to try and figure out
Can-
what's happening.
I roll some sort of check to see if what this word means to me,
4.
if anything.
Give me 1 second.
Yes.
4 and
Do I know? I always
And-
forget if I know.
I'll roll for Claire as well.
I don't know. 3.
Great. Claire's gonna get it, and then Claire's gonna try and say
Claire
it's gonna be
is
this bullshit
rolling
again.
rocks.
It's like Voldemort at the end of in the 7th Harry Potter
Yeah.
book.
How many words sounds like
It's a movie?
It kind of feels like what I was doing with the pen. You know, suppressed cognition, right? Where you try and focus on a thing, but your mind just doesn't let you.
yeah.
Claire. This is your first mission, and you are the most useful member of our team.
And no, what were you going to try and do? You're trying
I was
to.
just trying to see if I have any knowledge of anything surrounding this.
Roll. Actually, no.
I don't think I would,
no,
but I just wanted to check.
Yeah. There. You see that and you say it, and like you can hear it just fine as well. And it means nothing to you.
Okay.
Banana bread.
Can I? This is going to be a little bit bullshitty, but I'm a robot and therefore a scientist. I would like
Wait,
to.
you're a robot?
What? Crazy.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I would like to attempt to text it letter for letter to
I
the
see.
person with the phone and
Okay.
see at what point, if any, it stops.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can do that.
So
So
we have reception underground.
I can also just type it on my screen. Like it doesn't have to be a send. The important part is a portion of each of the things. I'm not really expecting this to work.
Mhm.
It's just more of a, ooh, magic, let's play around with it and see what it does kind of
Mhm.
thing.
So as you start to do this, as soon as you type the first letter,
Yes.
it appears to be garbled to the rest of the group. It appears that it appears to be associated with the intention itself.
Okay.
So not the word itself is censored, but the intention of what it's trying to
convey
reveal.
information. Okay.
This
Cool.
is a strong telepath, yeah?
This is very advanced. Claire
Is
wasn't
there-
able to read Nona's mind, right?
No.
Right.
Communication,
Wow.
It's hard.
It's a strong, very,
Yeah.
very bad word.
Do I have
Highly
access to
censored.
the internet?
Space Google.
Do I have access to the dark web?
Yeah.
How
Just
to,
like in the first episode, I was just doing that thing where I was, surfing the web and looking for things. I'm just gonna go surf the web and see if I can find any information about this word that I cannot convey to others.
Mm-hmm.
is there a space
How-
wiki how to break strong taboos?
Yeah. Can I have you? How exactly are you going about searching for this? Are you typing in
like literally the word.
Uh-huh.
Because it would be interesting when I'm not trying to convey it to others, but simply get information for myself. Like, is it going to confuse the internet as well? Because that would also be fascinating.
I'm a little worried that searching on space dark web, well,
not space dark web,
or
like
just
normal.
space Google might put
That's
you
right.
on a watch list.
What if I opened an incognito tab? Space
then you're
incognito
safe.
tab.
There is some sort of internet that allows, it's probably not as super connected as like modern day is.
Sure.
But there's probably like chat rooms and some like just various information just floating about. And so you're first attempting to type out very specifically what it is. Okay.
Well, it was yes.
You type it out, and as everyone's looking over your shoulder as you
Of
type it
course.
out
My
again,
brain!
just like that itchy.
Why would you continue looking?
Well, maybe something will work. You're doing science.
Fair.
I'm a man of science.
It returns nothing.
And fascinating.
Are you attempting any other ways of trying to discern what this might be through like, I don't know, other means other than just typing it into a search engine?
I mean, yeah, I think so. There's a couple of different things I could try. I would also probably, assuming anybody else voiced concerns about me typing this in here, I would probably also space Google a few random phrases that pop into my mind. Like bread pudding,
Banana bread.
violet, just like to like not have it be the word and then other attempts at the word.
I see.
I'm obfuscating my browser history.
Okay, yeah. You see bread pudding and purple
Fantastic.
velvet and all of the things
Love
that
it.
you were trying to search for otherwise. Are you additionally trying to look up information surrounding this, or you're typing that in once and leaving it at that?
I think I would potentially space Google notable figures on We're on Arasiame. Like going through, but just looking in the news, looking in that, and specifically just paying attention to names because it's in the place where it feels like a signature kind of would be, right? It's at the bottom.
It appears to be scrawled a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not
we can,
part of the rest of the note, just kind of chilling out on the bottom.
it appears to be part of the note, but it does appear to be an afterthought.
Cool. Still gonna look up,
Just
important
important figures.
all that stuff.
Yeah, you're looking around for something like this, and just on the internet itself, you don't see anything that immediately grabs your attention. You see things like about the local politician in Brees, Sasha Thompson. You see other things about the silence and its unnamed leader and all of that. But you don't really see anything in particular about sort of written word behaving like this.
Yeah, no, I specifically don't want to look that up.
Oh, okay. You're
I'm
just
not looking.
for-
I'm looking
Oh.
to try and match the specific word I saw to something else in the area based on approaching it in different ways. I specifically do not want to type in can't read this garbled language,
Yeah.
weird psychic stuff.
That's
like
fair.
that feels like a bit too much.
What? Yeah. So you're effectively typing it in and then trying to see anything that might relate to what you saw on the note.
Yeah, and specifically looking at people, famous people of Arisiame, all of that stuff. And
Yeah.
interestingly, question,
Mhm.
given that I am attempting to look up this thing, but indirectly, how much of it did they see over my shoulders, given that they're being screen snoops or whatever?
When it comes to not writing the word specifically
Mhm.
or just regular stuff like the purple velvet or all of that bread pudding stuff,
Yeah.
they see all of that just fine.
And they can see that I'm looking up names.
Yep.
What happens if I type in names that start with insert first letter here?
It starts to garble.
Fantastic. I love it.
Okay. Well then,
It does seem to be
All
tied
right.
in with
So-
the intention of trying to reveal whatever that is.
Okay.
if Alex tries to say the words, is it a name? Does that come out?
Yeah.
Is it a name?
I'm not sure.
It seems like a proper noun, though.
It's capitalized.
Well, this is a start. Right, and it's signed on. Sorry, let's go back because I've been very taken by the science. But so it was on the
This is great
letter
experimentation.
that Vaughn got,
Yeah.
and then he had a dream. He's a precog.
He is, but as Micah will probably tell you, what he uses his precognition abilities for is oftentimes when he's in a fight with someone, he knows that they're about to punch or something like that.
Just
Like,
a few seconds.
Just a
into
few
the-
seconds. This
Yeah.
prophetic dream, this doesn't happen to him really at all. And when it does, it's like what's going to happen the next day, not what he's going to reveal in the next month.
When did this happen?
Right before he went to go to Korstia.
What is the space date?
Okay.
And
Let's-
does it happen to align with that second prophecy that Claire had that one time?
It would have happened before because this news article was in the faction news.
Oh,
About an
right.
assassination attempt.
And that had took a
on
while. It had to
Orisiame.
It took him
travel.
2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks until the assassination attempt.
Oh.
It would, depending on how. So you guys need to take 6 days metadimensional space.
Yes, we did.
But there are other ways. There are better spike.
Yeah, and people
drives.
can stop being like be
And
less
also-
cowardly than me and try and do the
and-
fast version.
Yeah, cut down that trip to probably about a day or so.
Yeah.
So it's possible that this happened only a couple of days ago.
Did
Well, that's not true. It had to be at least 8 and then probably a couple. So probably around 10 days ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Whereas the
11.
prophecy thing only happened 6-ish days ago, because that's how long it took us to travel here. And we basically left right after that, more or less. Maybe like a day after.
did
Okay, cool.
did he describe this dream to you, or is it he had the idea in his head and he just ran with it? Not to lead the witness. But
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the biggest points were he met with a Cassian general. How
in the dream.
Yeah, in the dream itself. So how precogs sort of work
Mhm.
is it's not like watching a scene in your head. It's been described to me. It's like a bunch of feelings.
Mm.
He felt like he met with an important Cassian figure, some sort of general, and then he felt himself giving important information to that Cassian general that would effectively stop the civil war happening and cause the destruction of the silence. But again, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it requires more than just a secret being told to some general somewhere to stop a civil war from happening.
Would you consider this McRaven is the person that we're
Vaughn,
missing, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Would you consider them to be a general of sorts?
They lead our group. He leads our group here. I would probably consider him like our general. He's probably one of the more higher up ranks in the acolytes. He tends to know things, tends to be brought in on things. Why do you ask?
No reason. I'm bad at lying.
And
So we
Claire
have a
just-
general talking to another general, perhaps over a table of some sorts.
Yeah, our side of the war doesn't have that exact same kind of like army hierarchy type of thing, but I guess you could say that. It's a good thought. No.
I'm just going to sit there looking at Micah for a while.
Like, no, I
do
get
like a
it.
long
I
blink.
just-
I get it. No. Yes. Okay.
No, like do the until Micah's literally like, yes, I get where you're coming from. And then I'll be like, yeah, but you don't understand. No, shut up.
He went alone. He took there was a raid here. We have what was her name? Isabel?
Isabel down at the Rusty Lantern is asking around for us to see what she
Okay.
can find.
But there were 3 who were taken here. And,
Yeah, Isis, Kainon, and Freya.
And Vaughn went on his own.
Excuse you,
Everyone's
Kirsten.
choosing their own names, and they're a lot more badass than my name, and I resent it a little bit, okay?
I will say I didn't come up with these names. These are all names from Philip. So
All right.
you can't put Vaughn McRaven on me.
I can't put Vaughn McRaven in a corner.
No one puts Vaughn McRaven in a corner.
Except apparently they do.
The government.
So Vaughn went on his own.
Yeah, he went to Korstia, to Jade, to meet with this Dorian Gray figure, and then all of this happened. I don't know if Dorian Gray is the general itself. It seems like he was getting information from Dorian Gray to then deliver to the general. I don't know. What do you?
General Insurance, the jingle just came up. It was like, 1-800 General. All right. Oh, God. It just came in like a prophetic dream. All right, cool. Just had to get that out of the way. I'm sorry.
Maybe if we ever meet Hunter Cayne, that'll be his voice.
The general, save some
about
time.
Right. That's about right.
Look, it's Eagle Man.
So, Show of Peace ended with a general supposedly in critical condition, and the other, I went a little bit French there, taken into custody.
Yeah, that's about the long and short of it. We don't know the specifics. They're keeping that quite hush hush. Just only that the gunner was apparently Vaughn, and the receiver was Hunter Cayne. Well, how do you? I don't know. Assassinee?
I don't know.
This is assassinated.
I would
No,
say
he
maybe
wasn't.
assassination
Target.
target.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right, so here we are.
Yeah, had one more thought. Because with psychics, sometimes you can get kind of some interference if you have 2 psychics of the same kind kind of fighting over the same thing, right? Like we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder, maybe Claire could help one of us like read this more.
This is a powerful
Clearly.
psychic.
Yeah, it might. I mean, worst
Claire's pretty good.
case, I don't think it would hurt you, Claire, if you're willing to try.
Okay.
You sure?
Hey,
I can do it. If
It's
you want.
just like I'm not trying to press you, kid. I
Because
just had a
you
thought.
are also a character in this. You're not, you know?
You're your own person.
Yeah, I
You-
can.
You don't just have to do what I say, but I just had the thought. Because yeah, Alex, you raised a good point that it kind of seems like this is affecting our memory-ish in a way that is sort of like what Claire recently learned to do. Maybe you
Would-
can like
Classic.
interfere
Would you
with it.
say perhaps that your eyes and your minds are lying to you?
Oh, well, yeah. You're not wrong.
You're welcome, Jeffrey.
How about that?
Ah, weird.
Weird.
I didn't
Well,
expect it
back
to be
to my hunch.
gross. Clean it up. Also, side note, I wasn't 100% sure who Dorian Gray is, and I looked them up, and oh boy, that is an angsty boy right there.
Yeah.
Does Dorian Gray isn't like this because the story of Jason and the Argonauts exists in this world. Does the story of Dorian Gray,
Yes.
the portrait of Dorian?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
not his name. His
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is not
Yeah,
Dorian
so
Gray.
just
It's
people who are
it's a
not
pseudonym.
familiar with Dorian Gray,
Thank
there's
you.
a story in about like the portrait of Dorian Gray or something like that, where effectively,
Picture,
the picture of Dorian Gray, where effectively this guy just goes to like the depths of depravity for humanity, and apparently that keeps him young. Like 20 years goes by and he looks as young as he ever did, and he has a portrait that was painted for him that is growing older and older and uglier and uglier. And that's sort of the idea behind Dorian Gray itself. So this, like, it's Terran classic literature. Like this is like the Odyssey to you guys. Like it is a story that exists. Probably some parts of it have been stripped away, but Dorian Gray is a thing that you guys would be familiar with, and someone is either has a fanboy for a mom or fangirl for a mom, or is that's an alias?
No, I'm telling you, everybody is naming themselves when they turn 13. It's what is happening here.
You know, that is a fair
Hello,
assessment.
my name is Spider-Man.
So yeah, you guys are in this hideout now. 3 of your groupies, your mates, are in Breesian custody. Vaughn is probably already somewhere in Ostia, being held as a psychic, and also an assassin of some type, and got this weird ass letter. What do you guys do? Oh, you were asking specifically for Claire to look at this.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's probably not going to work. But I did
But,
want to
you know,
possibly
just
try that anyway.
Yeah.
For science, last half decent idea, and then we
Yes,
can
please.
do something else.
But science is great.
So she's looking at it, and you can tell she's like straining like you were, looking at it harder and harder, and just eventually she just gives up and has to look away, and she's like, I don't. That's a strong telepath, if it is one. I don't know what else it would be, though.
All right.
I have a quick question, Jeff.
Yeah.
Would Alex know any strong telepaths in his past? Maybe.
What you're gonna
Maybe.
have to-
Okay, got it. Cool. Understood.
It's fine.
For sure, got it.
Yes.
Alright.
You may have heard of or seen telepaths in your past. None immediately jump to mind as to being able to do something like this, but you have seen your fair share of fairly strong telepaths.
Got it.
All right. Last question for Zuri, and then we're gonna let them rest. Were you like there when Vaughn got the letter?
Yeah, it just came in the mail.
Yeah. You saw him open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we wrote it off as some weird trick. It wasn't until after he got the vision that that prophetic dream that he decided it was what he needed to do, and then left.
All right.
All right.
Well, yeah. I guess we don't have too much more to go off of then. Maybe we'll get something back from Isabel, but I mean, we should, I guess, try and find where they're holding the rest of our team, because I mean, we can't just let them rot in jail.
I know where they are because I came from there.
You got caught and then you got out.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part.
I should maybe.
I got knocked out in the raid. They thought they sedated me probably or something. I was able to wake up, and I'm a slippery.
Yeah, slippery motherfucker.
And he just as a point of emphasis, just was standing in front of this medical table that he just had a procedure on, and just blinks behind it.
Hey.
Ta-da!
Yes, I clap sarcastically. Yes, you're very great.
I pick up on that and clap enthusiastically, having completely missed the entire context, but I just know we're supposed to be clapping.
And he pulls out a quick map of Brees and points specifically to like they're holding them here. It's got such and such, and he talks a little bit about the defenses. It's a fairly large police department. They are specifically one of the departments equipped to handle psychic. What is the right word? Psychic prisoners.
Apparently not that well.
Yeah. Well,
they're learning.
as he
Doing their best.
mentioned, oftentimes psychic prisoners are kept under sedation. They have specific types of watches. As it turns out, teleporters are one of the harder ones to sort of contain because the nature of their ability is to just fuck off and go somewhere else.
I don't care where I'm going. It just can't be here.
But you're obviously familiar with Isis's Kynon's Kenon. And Freya's
We're renaming them Anubis.
abilities, they're a telekinetic, a scion, a bioscion, a metascion, and a telepath.
yes,
Freya
those
is a
are all things.
metascion and a telepath. Kenan is the biopsionic and Isis is the telekinetic. So you, out of the people other than Zuri who might be able to like break out and go somewhere, Isis would probably be the one as the telekinetic, being able to bust open. Biopsionic, it's not very useful for escaping. Telepathy might be, but Freya is a little bit lower of a telepath than Claire is. She can mostly like read like surface thoughts. She's also used as a meta-scion to sort of mask different psionic abilities and stuff like that. So the three that are left behind, really only one of them, Isis, would be able to, if she was awake, get them out. But
Right.
you would assume that they are all under heavy sedation and constant watch, because this is something that departments on Orisiame have to deal with. Psychic prisoners.
Cool.
All right, yeah. First things first, we got to go get them out of there.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna need some muscle if we do it. I don't know, or we're gonna have to go in real quiet, and I don't know if I'm gonna be much of a help.
I
Well,
thought you were a slippery motherfucker. Zuri.
He is
Yeah,
injured.
They're injured. I get it. I know.
it is they are injured.
Sorry, they are injured.
Yeah,
Yes.
It
My
is.
bad.
It is difficult because I am quite a manly man.
You're a very manly man. Sometimes I accidentally want to call Claire. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is Jeff. Also, this person. But yes, they are injured. Damn it.
Yeah, and he goes, "Damn it!" They go, I want to help, but I can't. I'm not going to be in battle. I need to get in, get out, because another shot like that is not going to feel very good. We can talk to Izzy and see what she has, maybe knows.
Yeah, you're
But-
right. We can't go losing you.
Maybe we talk to Cyril and the Sharp Claws.
Yeah. I guess we could.
Sorry.
Kirsten, if every time I introduce a new name, you're going to laugh.
It's very good. I'm sorry. It's just also very funny because I have feelings about what those might be.
And Micah, you'd be familiar with Cyril and the Sharp Claws. Cyril is an Ursum male. He is basically a head of an effective mafia.
Ton of snakes rule.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One other thing that I forgot to mention is, even though psychics are the main sort of target of ire and hatred on Orisiame, it's one of those things that they are the ones that are like, you're the bad guys, and then other minority groups tend to also be grouped up with them. Ursum are also not treated very well on Orisiame, hence why oftentimes in the underbelly of Orsimian cities, they will have Ursum, because that's really the only work that they can kind of get. There's not also, like, Torque would also fit in the same sort of area. And, just minority groups, they tend to be groups together. So oftentimes the sympathizers would be of those other types of minority groups.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
You know of Cyril and the Sharp Claws. They're bad guys, like, but they get the job done. Like, when I say mafia, like, they are the mafia. They will kill people. They will, like, rob them, and they will do not nice things. But
To horses.
Yeah.
to specifically to horses, and their heads maybe ending up in beds.
They were gonna ruin.
Just kind of
that
put them
bed.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Mattress.
Cyril's a real asshole, but he's good at what he does. We might need him for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would like a gun.
a prison break is
Do you not have one?
the next
I
step.
didn't bring it with me.
And he rummages through one of the packs and just pulls out a laser pistol.
Ask and ye shall
Yeah.
receive.
You think the police would be better about that? It's,
I mean, they're really only here for us.
clearly.
I figured since we got past the space airport security screening, we're probably
Although we
fine.
probably shouldn't stick around too long in
Right.
case they have a patrol. Just check up on the place.
That was I was on my list of questions to ask. Is there a good place to, a good hideout,
We could
secondary location?
So the nature of Brees is we could just keep going deeper and deeper. As the deeper you go, the less likely the police are to sort of be snooping around.
And Cyril, I'm assuming, is going to be in that direction.
Yeah, Cyril will be down there.
Good. Right. Well, I have some integrity not on me. I left it on the ship. If we wanted to quickly stop there, patch you up. Yeah.
I think
See if we can't get moving.
we should probably not bring guns back to the ship. Yeah.
No, I don't know what the security is, but
They probably wouldn't like you carrying guns.
Yeah, just
out.
like I went out with no guns, I came back with guns. Now
Yeah.
I'm going to leave with guns again. Like I
Sir,
might,
I'm just a humble merchant
Well,
with these bag full of guns.
well, it is a single pistol, mind
well,
you.
you might get more.
One
Yeah.
can only hope, Jeff. One
The-
can only hope.
The authorities might not know that I was a part of this cluster, but since they arrested Zuri, they're going to be on the lookout for them, I bet. So we probably shouldn't bring them back to the ship.
no.
If
Right,
you all want to
I-
go back, me and Claire can hang out here with the
I
hover
was-
bikes again because that worked well last time.
I was actually thinking about bringing Claire with me this time.
that works too.
I might need her ability to hide objects if I'm going to be bringing back some more powerful pre-tech objects,
Smart.
specifically the integrity.
I have so much more science I want to do, though, you guys.
On the ladder.
Well, given that Claire seems to think it's the same ability, I would like to do one more quick
I
experiment
think
before
she said effectively that it's like this.
Sure.
I don't think she specifically said. I
No,
think
it's
this.
not the exact same
Yeah.
thing. I kind of wanted to have her hide an object and then just be like, one, is it person specific? Do you hide it from a person, or is it the object is hidden to any viewers in the room?
Mhm.
Is the thing I would be interested in knowing. And also, say if somebody who these powers did not affect felt inclined to kind of be a dick about it and be like, hey, can you see that pen? There's a pen there. Does it get harder to hide it if
Hmm.
somebody else who can see it keeps pointing out the fact that it is there?
So I can answer these questions.
Perfect.
If you
Let's
want them
pretend
in
we
or out.
science.
Yeah.
If we're going,
Um,
are we going back to the ship while we run these?
You guys
Kind
want
of
to go
things.
back to the ship
If
because
anything,
Claire
I
might
would-
have.
Am I
I
not
would
chilling here?
suggest sending Micah, just Micah and Claire, to
Okay.
get the integrity.
Okay.
Just as a
Okay.
quick boost to anybody who needs damage.
Sure.
And while we run like the experiment still,
Sure.
like we split up briefly.
hmm Okay, so one of the things that Claire would have mentioned is her ability. While she can use it on multiple people,
Mhm.
each extra person does sort of it equate to more effort that she is exerting on. So it is one single person that she is making forget one single thing, not a single thing that anyone who tries to sort of see it.
Got it, which is how
Um,
it's related, but not the same. Because
yeah.
it's clearly it just anybody who sees it who's not in the know.
Yeah, this
Or
appears to
super
be
cool like me.
another way. Otherwise, it would require the psychic to constantly be doing this to everyone,
Sure.
which would be a
Be
lot.
really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things. You guys slip back to the ship and get you guys, Micah and Claire. You guys want them to do anything else other than that?
Whatever you want.
So yeah, probably don't want to push our luck, like trying to bring the pre-tech guns or anything. So we'll just grab the integrity,
Send the
and
smuggler's soul, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
Mm.
and then try to sneak that through security.
Argos was keeping good watch over it.
Good
Yeah, thank
job.
you, good dog.
Dog.
We love drugs.
Pat.
And you guys are just trying to go through with these pre-tech stims without any sort of
I mean,
I'm-
it feels like you would like put it in a bag or something and then just be like, Claire, make people
Well,
not realize this
Yeah,
bag is
not
here.
not like holding it like in my hand, waving it around, but
you're going to put it in a backpack that is going to be searched and then
yes.
Okay.
No,
And
you put
if
it
they
in a
realize that the
backpack?
backpack's there, if you make the backpack.
Yeah, you put it in the backpack and then you get in the no bag line with confidence and you have Claire be like, there is no bag here. There is no
Well,
bag here.
There wasn't like a line. It was like a person, right? Who came up and was like, hey, name your things.
yeah, so there
Mm-hmm.
was the person who sort of wrote you the visa, and then there was a little bit of security on the inside, just that it would check bags and making sure
Oh, I thought it
things
was one
didn't get through.
person.
Yeah, no, it was like a whole ordeal. Like they went through and they checked the plates and stuff.
I just
Okay,
wanted
how-
to-
how
hover
how big
bikes.
is integrity as far as like container? Are we talking just like syringes?
It would be, each one was probably like a syringe. I think they're made in such a way. Do you have the list of how big they are on you, David?
like the encumbrance.
Yeah, they're encumbrance. In all likelihood, like you could fit several of them in a bag
one,
just
a-
fine.
yeah,
All right. Well,
One per encumbrance, or is that you can
One
strap them
per-
into a pack?
you can start. It's a pack.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like 3 per one encumbrance. So you could probably put like 10 or so in your bag.
I only
and
have
carry
5
just
BT
fine.
dogs.
Oh, there you go.
oh,
You're just gonna grab the 5.
I'll ask Claire. Yeah, can she use the cognitive whatever ability? Is that like for a specific thing, like one pen, or if I had a handful of pens, could she make all of them be affected by it, like with basically the same amount of effort?
Yeah, it works like that. I do. It's not a guarantee that I'm able to make people.
I know.
The more willful they are, the harder they are to fool.
They're space TSA. How willful can they be? Come now. Their job is probably worn them down. Go at
Alright.
the end of somebody's shift when they're
So,
feeling particularly.
You guys are going to go through and just try and like what might actually be the better way to, rather than just like remove this bag, is this person don't notice them and they'll just walk right through kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. If she's able to kind of equally do that to just a whole person, then
Yeah, she could probably
that-
do it to you
that's
as well.
sensible.
The idea is just like a group or something.
yeah.
So like don't notice these people who are walking by right now, and she would have to do it probably twice.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's try that.
Yep. And I have the saving throw in mind for the different civilians that she needs to get through. That one failed.
Uh-oh.
That one failed.
Oh,
They
dear.
both rolled a 2.
Hooray.
Cool.
So you guys get up to security, and she just says, keep walking. And you guys just walk right through, and no one stops you, no one talks to you, and you just keep going. And she lets out a big sigh as you get through.
Oh, clap her on the back. Nice work.
Oh, it was exciting.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have something here. Yeah.
So
So
you
we'll
guys-
hop back on the hover bike, go back down to where the others are at the hideout, and since we probably want to get moving, start wandering deeper into Brees. Maybe we'll try and find some condemned building to squat in
A
or something.
hotel or something.
Well, depends if we're trying to go upscale or less upscale. I
Are
was
you-
thinking squatting somewhere, but we could also get a hotel.
You could definitely squat somewhere. The deeper you go, like there, it becomes less of a planned sort of city plan and more of just like people are digging and making new little nooks and crannies for themselves. So like you could almost definitely find somewhere that is abandoned. You don't know for how long, but empty at this point in time, if you'd like.
Yeah, I think it's best to keep Zuri as far off the grid as possible.
All right. So you guys head deep into the depths of Brees, and that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Cool.
You're going to meet Cyril Sharpclaws. I really like that name
It
for
is-
an Urson.
Is Sharpclaws is his last name, but also the name of the group is the Sharpclaws?
Yeah, it's like their clan name.
All right.
Damn shark claws.
I can't wait to describe this Urson to
I
you guys.
bet you can.
Badass.
How are his claws?
Oh, they're sharp. Kirsten, you're not on mic. We can't hear you from over there.
I mean,
Oh no,
Who